we're gonna see if we can fix this dress. Look at that! Guys. I am not giving up. First of all, I guess thank you. Thank you for the comments on my last video, which I thought was gonna be the last video in my glitter gown series. Some things went wrong there, and I am so grateful for all of you guys who just sent in complete step-by-step guides for me on how I can fix this thing. I am genuinely blown away by the amount of time and effort you guys put into helping me out with this. Completely unprompted. I was ready to just let this go and move on to the next thing. You are right. You are right. It is a shame and a waste to not see this through until the actual end, which apparently is not last week. The end is now. Wow, that sounds way more dramatic than I intended it to. What I'm trying to say is, I'm gonna take your guys' advice, implement it, and we're gonna see if we can fix this dress and make it actually nice and make it actually fit the vision I had in my mind, because I do think now that I can do it. So I guess let's do a little recap. I took the dress apart. I have a bodice here, let me put down my tea, and I have all of the individual tulle layers again. I took out all of the gathering stitches. I am about to just cut out the back seams because unpicking those would take all day, and it's, you know, I can just cut away that half centimeter. So I'm gonna bring those back into just panels of fabric. So having read all of your comments, I think I'm now able to identify a little bit better what actually went wrong here. So first of all, I am fairly sure that you guys are correct that the bodice is too large. I do still think that the cups are the right size. I realized they looked way too big, they were gaping, but I think it's because the back just wasn't tight enough, like the circumference of the bodice wasn't tight enough, because I tried these cups on endless times throughout the entire process. Probably this whole thing is just too wide. And that is also why it was lumpy and bumpy. I'm gonna start with the quickest fix and move my way from there if that doesn't work. So the easiest thing I can do is just cut a chunk off of the center back. Just remove a couple centimeters on both sides, reinsert the zipper. I will leave on the straps. The straps are a design choice. I know not everybody likes them, but I do really like them. I like that they are really girly and frilly. I do want the dress to, you know, nod to girly, like kind of princess dresses like that, but I don't want it to be as bad as it was. My vision did not come to life in the previous dress, but the straps do fit with it, so I'm gonna keep those probably, but they are decorative. They're not meant to yank the actual dress up, which they were doing a little bit in the previous design. So we're gonna change that. Next up was the bigger issue probably, which was the skirt. I think the best way to go here is to do a panel skirt, and the reason I didn't do a panel skirt to begin with, I did consider it, but I wanted to go for a skirt shape that would leave me with as few seams as possible, because seams are very visible on tulle. They show up as a line through the tulle, so I wanted to avoid that as much as possible and only have one seam running down the back of each skirt. At this point, I think there is no other way. I have to do panel skirts, and I think that will be the best way to get the most out of the fabric that I currently still have. I'm gonna make the base layer, which is the satin, I have it right here. I'm gonna make that just a straight up flared out skirt that fits my waist measurement, and then all of the other ones I'm gonna try and make them gathered, but they are gonna flare out, so it's just gonna be a little bit of gathering at the top, and then it's gonna be a line towards the bottom, hopefully. Oh gosh, I am very nervous because this broke my heart. But I think I am ready to dust myself off and try again. I can dust it off. and try again. Another reason why I didn't want to do a panel skirt at first is that I find panel skirts so complicated to draft, and especially they're complicated to draft with the maximization of fabric usage in mind. Skirt drafting in general just breaks my brain, and trying to figure out how, like, the exact shape of the triangles in order, because what I'm doing here is I have a rectangle of fabric and I'm trying to make triangles that are going like this so that I can use as much of the fabric as possible. But trying to figure out how big these cannons should be is math. I am not good at that. So I tried looking for a pattern in my stash that might have a panel skirt. I have none. I have none. So I'm gonna have to actually draft this myself. Good thing I married a mathematician, so I don't have to math. Yes, my husband calculated this for me, and I think this should work. I have a paneled skirt. I'm just gonna attach all of this together. The only thing is that it is pure triangles right now. It's not rounded off just yet. I'm still not sure at what shape or like angle, or what you even call that, level of roundness to round this off at. So I think I'm just gonna sew this all together and then eyeball the rounding off of it. Since I'm just not entirely sure what's happening here, I will just attach this now, try it on and go from there. Guys, look at that! Oh. I should have done it this way from the get-go. That's looking great. So all I really need to do now is, they're not attached yet, these are just pinned on here so that I can see what it looks like. So what I need to do now is take all of the individual skirts. There are 5 now, by the way. I decided to combine, let me just point it down a little bit. I decided to combine the 2 top layer, like glittery skirts with each other after all, because I wanted the top layer to be the most distinctly gathered. All of the other ones are just barely gathered, and the top one is slightly more gathered, so it does give that gathered, slightly moderately poofy look at the top. So I just need to take them all apart and make sure that they are all a circle at the bottom and that they are all the same even length. So what I'm going to do is take a measuring tape, measure out my floor length and just yeah, do that all around the skirt, make little dots and then cut that out. And that way I should have a skirt. I expected, for some reason, I don't really know why, I thought this would shorten the skirts, but they are, if anything, longer in some places. Like you can see right here, in the bits where like my triangles come to a point, the skirt is even longer than it was. So I can keep it floor length and keep my original design, which is fantastic. I took off the belt, the ribbon around here. I don't think it needs it anymore and I would prefer it without. So I'm gonna just try and see what it looks like if I attach all of these now, and whether it needs the ribbon or not. But yeah, skirts first. So let me take all of these down again and we can move on. I really like where this is going though. I just tried the bodice on again, pinned it on my body as tightly as I could, and then traced the places where I pinned, and there is quite a lot. You can see that line there. There is quite a lot that I can take off. I didn't pin it symmetrically, so I'm just gonna measure the distance between both of these lines and then just try and take that off in the center. Then I will have the final width of my bodice and I can start gathering the skirts and putting those together. And then we can start assembling this dress back together again, which I'm really excited about because that's the moment when I'm gonna see if this actually worked and it can be salvaged. We did it! We did it, guys! We did it! And I'm saying we because this was very much a team effort. Thank you so much once again. It worked! It worked! The bodice is smooth. The cups fit. The straps are now actually decorative. They don't have to do anything because the dress is sitting on my hips as it's supposed to. And the skirt looks amazing. Amazing! It is just the tiniest bit floofy at the top and it is really floofy at the bottom. I was able to keep it floor length and this is what I wanted. This is what I was going for, and the whole dress just breathes a completely different vibe, I guess. Before it looked like a children's costume, like a, you know, Disney princess dress. Right now it looks like what I was going for. This is the vision I had in mind. It is still very girly. I mean, obviously it's a pink glitter dress, but it does have a certain sophistication to it that is 100% due to the shape and the cut of the dress. So yes, I am very, 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 very glad that I took the time to do this and to fix this. I feel like when you have such a big project fail, it is quite a blow to your self-confidence and also motivation. But knowing that I can actually do it and I just need to tweak it a little bit more and maybe take even more time than I thought I did, and that I can go back and change things if I don't like them or if I just don't like the whole thing at all. I'm also a little bit confused because now I do have this dress that I absolutely love and I still don't have anywhere to wear it. It's my 30th birthday this week. Yesterday, actually, and now that I'm filming this, yesterday I turned 30. I wanted to wear it on my birthday, but I only finished it today, so I think maybe it would be a little bit silly to wear this to my birthday party this weekend, but then again, why not? I am going to do a photo shoot in any case. Just because I can, because I made it and I loved it, and maybe one day an opportunity will present itself where I can wear this dress and it will be appropriate for the occasion. Oh, I am over the moon. I am so happy. And yes, oh, thank you so much, guys, once again, for your tips and advice, and for believing in me, and for sticking with me even when I don't make beautiful things. You know, this is a journey, it's a learning process. We all make mistakes. Now my actually Teuta Matoshi inspired dress is finished. And I'm so happy. One final thing that I'm kind of debating doing is taking some of the leftover fabric that I have now and making those signature poofy sleeves, maybe with just the glitter tool, but not today. And if I'm probably not gonna do another video on this dress because I feel like it's been enough. Yeah, maybe for the next one, the sage green one that I was talking about in my last video. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking now. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this journey and this redemption edition of the glitter tool gown. Thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!